And we're back at Beamer and Son Garage, guys. Today, it's not about the Oldsmobile. It's about the 5.0. We got an ignition switch for the 5.0. And of course, we still got all the other cars here. But today, we're going to show you what it took to fix the 5.0. The car we call the time machine around here. Got the palm tree on the quarter panel. Right there. Our ignition switch came out in pieces. I don't know why they make it like this, but somehow they got aluminum and plastic fused together, and that's the electrical part of the ignition switch. It cost me $13 at AutoZone. My friends over there at AutoZone sold me this part, Duralast part number LS514, and it's the same as that tow truck over there. That's an 87. It's the same ignition switch. So they had a recall on these people, and this car had the recall done. And apparently this has happened to people on the street and pulling out in traffic, and people getting, have gotten killed with this setup. So, we don't have any rights to it, of course. We're not a Ford Motor Company, but they had a recall on this, and this car was taken in for a recall, and you can see there's their fix for it. Luckily, it happened right here where it sits at, and there's the new switch installed. It's hanging on the basically hanging by the dash. It's got to be put back up in the column. So I got to remove this plastic here and then install it so it works off the switch. But there it is. It's installed. She's running again. Once again, the time machine is alive. And there it is. Then let's get a exhaust leak now. Probably a manifold gas or a head gasket. Probably going to have to change the gasket. But that's it. That's the 5.0. We call the time machine. Racking around 300, and I'm going to say about 350 horsepower. Somewhere right around there, 3.25, 350, something like that. It might be more, it might be less. But she'll tack. I mean, she'll tack $7,000. There she goes. She red lights all the way. She needs tuned up. We haven't tuned it up. It's got some really old stale gas in it. Yeah, that's some nasty gas in it. The radio was stolen out of the car. I installed another radio in it, and then I took it out for. I put that in the white truck. Yeah, I put that in an off radio. The original radio was stolen in the car. They broke out the passenger window, and I changed the whole door. I put a window in it, and that just didn't work out. The window that I put in it left a gap, about like that, and so water would get in. And I just changed the whole door on the car, and that took care of that. So, but there she is. The time machine's alive. We love it. We got her going, and that's the important thing here. 5.0. We call it Blackie too. It's the black time machine. We love it. We got her going. And it costs us $13, so what a deal, huh? What a deal. Now we got to figure out how we're going to shut it off. Because we don't have a key hooked up to it. They gave us a little pin with it. We're going to see if we can't Move that down. It's going to be hard to do with one hand. Can't get my fingernail in there. There we go. Cut her off. And she's out. We love it. Probably not the cheapest fix around here, but yeah, as far as the cars, it's one of the cheapest fix. Unless you're just actually fixing it for nothing. But yeah, we disconnect the battery. We'll hook our little cell. Well, no, we won't be hooking that up because the little charger we have is covered with a tarp, so it's under that. So that's not going to work. But that's okay. We'll figure something out. We'll pull the battery out and take it in the garage and charge it. But we wanted to show you here the time machine is up and operational, and we're awful happy about that. You know, 13 bucks, and she's back out on the road, and that's you know, that's important to us around here. We got a couple other cars we haven't shown. This is one of the Crown Vics that we have here. This is a actual former Cincinnati actually it was a undercover detective car. 4.6 93. I put a motor in this car, and it was pretty good. It was pretty fast. It did a, you know, pretty good job around here for me. Then I bought another one over there, back behind where that tree, actually in front of that tree over there fell down. That's a former sheriff car. So we got all kinds of Fords here. We're into everything. We're into Dodges, you know. We got the Dodge Brothers here, the Charger, the Dodge 880. You know, we got the Plymouth, you know, the Plymouth Roadrunner, the Plymouth Duster. We got the Oldsmobile, you know, we got Crown Vics. This has got a really neat looking emblem on the hood. It looks like it's a cougar emblem or some kind of Mercury. It looks like a cougar right there. But somebody shoehorned that in there. They drilled a hole in the hood and they put a hood ornament on it. I mean, we got other cars around here, you know. You know, we got the Cadillac. You know, we got Cadillacs. We got one over there behind that bush over there. You can see the fender. That's a 76 Fleetwood 4-door. And this is a 76 Coupe de Ville. So we're into 75, 76 Cadillacs. We're really into them. Of course, we got the Dodge, you know, Coronet. We got another Plymouth. We're into Buicks too. So we're into Buicks and the Oldsmobiles into Cadillacs. We got our Chevys. We got our GMC. You know, the white truck's a Chevy. Excuse me, the white truck's a GMC and the rollback is a Chevy. So we're into them all. You know, we're into Dodge, Ford, you know, Mopar, Plymouth, Dodge, Chrysler. We got almost every product here. We got a Chevy Camaro up on the hill. You know, we want to get a Nova. We got a couple foreign jobs too. We got a little Honda out there, a little white Honda Civic. Those are kind of neat. They're hopped up a little bit, but that's a 4-door. But it still be fun to play with. It needs an engine, so we might do something with that. Trying to get one of the VTEC engines for it. And we got a lot of cars around here. You know, got the Field of Dreams out there. Got a front field out there too, full of more cars out in the field out front. We got them everywhere. We got cars, trucks. You know, we got our Fury, of course. You know, we got our Buicks over here. We got actually 1, 2, 3 Buicks here on this side, and over there there's 2 ribs. Actually, there's 3 ribs over there. There's 1, 2, and then there's 1 out front. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6 Riviera. We got 6 Buicks, and 3 of them are Rivieras, and the other 3 are Skylarks. And that's our 68 right there, 68 455 that I put in there. And we love this car. But that's it today. I wanted to show you how, you know, cheap and inexpensive and easy it was to change that ignition switch. It just took a flathead screwdriver, and we popped a little clip on it and popped the switch out. Well, what was left of the switch, you know, because some of it fell out in the floorboard. This is what fell out in the floorboard. That was literally was laying in the floor, and then this was still laying in the car. Actually, that's another piece to another one. That's 2 of them. So this one went to another car here, and this one came out of this car. But this is an old one that came out of the tow truck. It came out of that black tow truck. So I've had the original one, then this one was replaced by Ford. This one was replaced by me, spare one I had for the tow truck over there. And then now it's on this other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 switch. So yeah, they had a problem with these. I'm sure, you know, this is not going to be the last time that I'm going to be here. I've already been here 4 times. The original one was taken out by a dealer. They, you know, they had me bring it into the shop, and that was a nightmare. But I got it done, and, you know, so 4th time around, you know. What's the old saying? Third time's a charm. Well, how about the 4th time? 4th time's a charm, so we got it. And that's what matters here. At Beamer & Son Garage, we got our cars going. We got another hood for this car. That's a stock hood. We got a really cool cowl hood for this car. And we're going to show that right now. The cowl hood we have for it. And then that'll be the end of the video, guys. We're going to show one of the next pieces we want to put on this car. It's now Wednesday in March. I think it's right around, what is it, about the 12th, 13th, something like that in March. We're in mid-March. And so we're going to go in our garage here. It's kind of a zoo getting in and out of here. Got a little path. It's just big enough to get through. And the door actually opens up all the way down. And there's our cowl hood. Right there. That's the cowl hood we're going to put on that Mustang. It's already got hood pins made into it. And it's about a 3 or 3.5 inch, you know, cowl induction hood. So there's a hood we're going to put on the Mustang. This is just some parts that we got here in one of our back rooms of the garage. And there's a refrigerator too. And you know, that door right there, that door is guarded by that big dog outside. So yeah, and there's, of course, there's stuff but rammed up behind it. You ain't gonna get in that door. And then we got some old toolboxes here, you know, that we still work at it. There's some fenders there, excuse me, there's a fender over there off an F-150. There's some bumpers over there. There's a front nose off a Challenger with the headlights. There's part of the back seat of the Fury. That's a seat top, and the seat bottom is right there. There's the seat bottom, the bottom of it. Need to flip that over because it's probably getting creases in it. And there's a whole complete splash pan and front bumper for a 70 Mustang. Spare one for Christine. We got a lot of spare parts. You know, there's a whole steering column tilt wheel for a GM pickup truck. Another Chevrolet truck. It's got a tilt column on it. We got a lot of parts here. You know, there's a rear splash pan for a 65 Mustang. There's another quarter panel for a 65 Mustang. Brand new one. I haven't even installed it yet. And there's a back seat out of the green Challenger that's not going back in it. There's another steering column. Old cherry bomb. Got a lot of parts here. There's a shifter right here you'll see sticking out. And this transmission is a 833 4-speed. But this is the older style where it takes the protrusion drive shaft. And this was, you know, this was where Chrysler did it. What they did was you bolted the drive shaft up to the transmission. It didn't have a slip yoke. And that's the way they did them. And you have to have a special protrusion that bolts in there that's attached to the drive shaft. And then, of course, it runs back to the, you know, runs back to the rear end and then bolts up conventionally like any drive shaft in the rear end would. And that's about it, people. So we showed you our cowl hood. We showed us one of our 833 4-speeds that we have. There's a tool right here that a lot of people don't use. I don't see them use them any on the channel. That's a voltmeter. And what you can do with that is you can hook that up and you can see how many volts that your car's charging. You can see how many volts your starter's actually drawing. You can, or you know, yeah, and you also can see how many volts that your battery has like a draw on it. And you test batteries with it. So that voltmeter, it's actually a battery load tester is what it is. There's more to it than just that, that it does around here. It's just not a battery load tester. We use it for everything. We can test, see how many volts the starter's taking to crank it. We can see how many, volts it's got to draw at the battery. We can see a lot with that little tool right there. It really comes in handy. We really like that tool, and we got a lot of tools plowed everywhere. But there's a purpose for everything around here. But we love our garage, even though it's a little messy. It's a lot messy, but we still love our garage. We got junk plowed everywhere. We got chains and old air compressors and torches sitting there, and the torches actually work. And there's our Roadrunner, our 70 Roadrunner. We love showing this car. We just love this car right here. It's our 70 Roadrunner. And there she is. It's got the tick-tock clock in it. So it's basically got a tack with a clock made in the dashboard. So you got a tachometer with a clock. So you can tell what time it is, and also you could, see how many RPMs you're cranking. This car was a 4-speed. You can see the pedal there, the 4-speed up against the floor fan. But it's been changed over to an automatic right now. And it was originally a 3 4-speed pistol grip car. And it was orange, burnt orange inside. And it was burnt orange outside. And then somebody, back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, people were really into taking the cars and painting them black. And so they had some white seats, and somebody painted the white seats black. You can see where they painted them black, and they changed the whole interior out for black. But you can see there tells you what it is. There's your door right there. The door panel's missing over here. Door panel's on it over there. But they painted the door panel black. They painted all the panels black, the seat black. They didn't do the headliner, which I'm thankful for that. But the headliner needs replaced anyways. It's coming apart here, and then already came apart there. So yeah, little mice have already done their jobs. And then the beep beep. There's the beep beep right there. Can we see that? Yeah, it's not coming in too good on my screen. But yeah, this is a real deal Roadrunner. So we're into everything around here, And that's about it today, guys. There'll be something next coming up next on the next video. So stay tuned and watch. And we'll see you then. This is Beamer & Son Garage forever. And the rest, never. And don't forget to subscribe, like, tag, and share. And, leave a message. Tell us what you'd like to see next on the next video. Don't be shy. We'd love to have comments. So give us drop us a line. Give us a like. Give us a share. And subscribe. Tell your friends, family, neighbors. We're also on Facebook at Beamer & Son, Beamer Garage on Facebook. We're on Twitter at Barry Beamer. We're on Instagram at Barry Beamer 3. We're also on the game systems. We're on the PlayStation 3 and 4 at Mr. Mock 1969. Send me a friend request. I play a game called Grand Theft Auto. And also I'm on the Xbox at Mr. Mock 1968. So, check us out. We're everywhere. And don't forget us. It's Beamer & Son Garage forever. And we'll see you next time, guys. See you then.